It appears this Labour government is far from being on the same page. Keir Starmer, the Labour leader, has consistently pushed for stricter measures on speech both online and in public spaces. This summer, he backed policies that could see individuals face up to 2 years in prison for what he deemed offensive remarks. This stance has sparked controversy, and today, yet another concerning example emerged. News broke that the police are investigating a 9-year-old boy for alleged hate speech.
Our UK police officers are being used to investigate childish insults.
Over the summer, similar cases involving children of this age led to trials, suggesting a pattern under this government's approach. However, it seems not everyone in Labour shares Starmer's vision. Rachel Reeves, the Shadow Chancellor, has publicly criticised the use of police resources for such cases. Her comments made during a live television interview directly contradicts Starmer's tough stance on regulating speech. In this video, we'll delve into Reeves' statements, the broader implications, and other related developments in UK politics. Rachel Reeves criticises police priorities. Reeves was asked about reports involving a 9-year-old being investigated for calling a classmate a derogatory term on the playground. She responded unequivocally, labelling it a poor use of police time. "I don't think that is the best use of police resources," she stated, emphasising that the focus should be on community safety rather than playground disputes. Reeves elaborated that Labour's priority is to increase neighbourhood policing, with plans to introduce 13,000 additional officers and community support staff. These efforts, she said, aim to make town centres and high streets safer, allowing people to feel secure while going about their lives. Reeves stressed the need to redirect police efforts toward tackling serious crimes rather than minor incidents involving children. Police investigations into children's remarks. The case in question involves a 9-year-old being investigated for calling another student the R-word. According to a Freedom of Information request by The Times, both Humberside and West Yorkshire Police have handled similar cases over the past year. These incidents, labelled as non-crime hate incidents, often involve children and highlight a growing issue with how police interpret hate speech laws. Current government guidelines recommend that such matters should be handled by schools, not law enforcement. However, there is widespread confusion among police forces about what qualifies for investigation. This has prompted the Home Office to review its guidance to balance the protection of free speech with the need to address hate speech effectively. Despite the backlash, Humberside and West Yorkshire Police have defended their actions. West Yorkshire Police even pointed out that their crime recording practices were rated as outstanding by His Majesty's Inspectorate of Constabulary. Meanwhile, Humberside Police stated, "They take hate-related incidents seriously and record them when appropriate." Broader implications of Labour's approach, Reeves's comments highlight a significant divide within the Labour Party. Starmer's approach to free speech and hate crime has been criticised for being overly punitive, with many questioning whether it infringes on basic freedoms. Reeves's remarks suggest she is more focused on practical policing priorities rather than ideological enforcement of speech codes. This internal contradiction raises questions about Labour's unity on key issues. Can the party present a cohesive vision to the public when its leadership appears to be pulling in different directions? Such discrepancies could weaken Labour's position as the next general election approaches. Migrant crisis, record-breaking channel crossings. In other news, the migrant crisis continues to dominate headlines. A dinghy carrying 98 migrants set a new record for the largest number of people attempting to cross the channel in a single boat. The overcrowded vessel was intercepted by Border Force, with assistance from the RNLI and Coast Guard. While the migrants were safely rescued, the incident underscores the increasingly desperate tactics of people smugglers. Reports suggest that smugglers are cramming more migrants into small, flimsy boats due to crackdowns on their supply chains. Additionally, some migrants force their way onto vessels without paying smugglers, further contributing to overcrowding. This dangerous practice has led to rising fatalities at sea, with women and children often at greatest risk. Starmer has praised the recent arrest of a Turkish national suspected of being a key figure in supplying small boats and engines for channel crossings.
Why not put the money and the resource into the National Crime Agency and break the gangs who are running this?
The man, arrested in Amsterdam, is facing extradition to Belgium on charges of people smuggling. The arrest, carried out by the UK's National Crime Agency in collaboration with Dutch and Belgian authorities, represents a significant step in Labour's strategy to dismantle smuggling networks through international cooperation. Controversy over Labour's migration policies. Despite this progress, Labour's approach to migration remains a point of contention. Starmer's decision to scrap the Conservatives' Rwanda deportation scheme has drawn criticism, with former Immigration Minister Robert Jenrick accusing him of failing to address the root causes of illegal migration. Jenrick took to Twitter to claim that Labour's policies are ineffective, citing a 20% increase in small boat arrivals this year compared to 2023. While Starmer has hailed international cooperation as the solution, critics argue that more robust measures are needed to deter illegal crossings. The migrant crisis remains a politically charged issue, and Labour's ability to navigate it effectively will likely play a significant role in shaping public opinion ahead of the next election. Electric vehicle tax sparks backlash. In a separate development, electric vehicle EV owners are bracing for a new tax that could undermine the UK's net zero ambitions. Starting in April, EVs priced above £40,000 will be subject to a £2,125 luxury vehicle tax. This surcharge, part of Labour's recent budget, has sparked concerns about its potential impact on EV adoption. Since 2020, electric cars have been exempt from this tax, but Labour's decision to reinstate it could discourage consumers from choosing greener options. Industry experts warn that the surcharge will disproportionately affect EV buyers, as 67% of electric cars currently exceed the £40,000 threshold. While the government has pledged to review the threshold in the future, no timeline has been set. Critics argue that the policy risks slowing the transition to electric vehicles at a time when urgent action is needed to combat climate change. From internal disagreements within Labour to the ongoing migrant crisis and controversial tax changes, today's developments highlight the complex challenges facing the UK. Rachel Reeves' criticism of police priorities suggests a rift within the Labour Party, while the migrant crisis and EV tax policies reflect broader issues that will undoubtedly shape the political landscape. As always, feel free to share your thoughts on these important topics in the comments below. And if you haven't already, you're welcome to like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay informed on important issues. Thank you for joining us today, and see you in the next video.